I've had the mic muted. That was brilliant. I don't know if you guys could actually hear me at all. Thanks, Jared. Camera looks good. Appreciate it. Was an absolute nightmare to get going. Absolute nightmare. But that's okay. Hopefully it's not lagging or anything. No audio at the moment. You should have audio now. Should have audio now. Hello, 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 hello. If we do not have audio, yeah, it is going to be a tight one out there. Need to get my Imsa TV stream. Oh, perfect. All right. Okay, I think I'm all settled in now. Need to be more technical. Well, you see, there is one tire compounds today. Oh, not technical with the race, actually technically. Where am I getting this ad from? I guess IMSA's like hiding ads on their site now. That's good. That's good. Well, I guess if I had ad blocker on, then that would probably resolve my issue. Good morning from BC. Yeah, where's everybody turning in from? Jared. Lostra? Ewan Wayne. Hello, hello. Yeah, ad blocker does break the... I don't have ad blocker on, though. So, yeah. The old UK. What time is it there? Wait, I got this. It's like, well, I guess it depends on when you are, but like 4 or 5 maybe. Indy, you got to be looking forward to the Indy Road Course then. You gonna be Cam? You gonna head to Indy Road Course, Estonia, 5 p.m. Very nice. Minneapolis. UK isn't complicated, all one time zone. Okay. So that does make it a bit easier for old Stu then. California, we got Michigan. We are everywhere. Nobody tuning in from the track though, which is very reasonable to expect. I can't imagine that cell service would be that great at Lime Rock Park to tune in for this one. I can't imagine cell service would be that brilliant. Brilliant. Can't wait for the Battle of the PRIX. Battle of the PRIX should be a great one. And the 8-hour. Oh yeah, true. I forgot about the 8-hour. That was a pretty good race last year. Craft Bamboo, I think it was, that pulled out the win. Thought about trying to trek down for the Indy race, but what is it going on that weekend? I think I have a family thing that weekend that it wasn't gonna work out. Unfortunately, just was not gonna work out to be able to do that. So I'll be able to watch. Jonah here as well. Hello. Tuning in. Sure, we'll see you from time to time here throughout the stream. We got 2 minutes here until the okay, so I don't have Peacock I don't have Peacock. We don't have it here. They don't do any sort of like pre-race show or anything, do they? Do they do like a half-hour show beforehand, or does it literally just start at like, noon and they just go? Because I'm the only exposure that I get to the Peacock one is literally through when IMSA they put out that little condensed highlight pack, and it's with highlights from the NBC broadcast. otherwise, like, I mean, the race replay is the Imsa TV crew, but I don't really have any exposure to the Peacock stream, which I think many people will say is lucky that's the case. I think a lot of people will say that is lucky. Let's put that over there. We got a track map. We got the little using different timing this time. We're using timing 71. It's called. Stumbled across this a little while ago, and gonna give it a go. It's a Chrome extension, I believe. Well, I don't know if it works in other browsers. I don't know, but I use Chrome mostly. Probably should look at switching, but that's, it is what it is. Waiting for that iconic Imsa radio voice to come on and tell us that things are about to get underway. The Astons have looked very strong. For anybody who hasn't seen or hasn't been tuned in for qualifying and everything, Astons have looked very strong thus far. Chrome crushes with that extension. Oh yeah. Hindy for the win. Yeah, Astons have been very strong. Of course, Lexus looks good again. But the GTD battle is going to be interesting. I really like that Lambo. I think they're going to be one to watch in this race. They've been building something there these last few races, and the dog's barking. What do we got here? That nighttime finish is going to be something to experience at Indy, yes, and the Michelin Pilot Challenge should be great as well. There's that's the Saturday night, is it? And then is the WeatherTech race on Sunday evening? I don't remember. I'd have to take a look. Yes, the GT only races have a good history of having very few safety cars, so hopefully we'll be able to see some strategy actually get to play out here today. What do you make of the new NSX chassis? Well, if that's, you're talking about the Acura, right? That was not going so hot. Because that was the NSX is Sheena Monk and Catherine Legg. Did they replace the chassis? Certainly not something you want me having to do the night before a race. I guess they had some warm up, right? They had warm up this morning to get a couple of laps under that car. Just waiting for the Imsa stream to start. Is it? They don't have the broadcast schedule here, do they? Next on Imsa TV. Man, the names of these races are getting longer and longer. FCP Euro Northeast Grand Prix presented by Liqui-Moly. Okay, it starts at 12:05 for us Imsa TV users. I guess Peacock has already started, probably. Between races, they replaced the chassis. Interesting. Well, they certainly haven't seen much pace for in the NSX this weekend. That thing has been considerably off the pace. Hopefully they found something for this morning, or it's not the morning anymore. It's past noon for this race. Mercedes looks strong though. You mentioned skiing, and that's a nice lap that they put in. Interesting that all the GTD pros outqualified all of the GTDs. That's an interesting one. I don't remember the last time that happened. I know there's very frequently comments about why aren't the GTD pros always well out in front of the AMs, and it's like, look, the AM drivers, I mean, lots of them, they're only in there for like minimum drive time, right? Interesting. Do I have 2 Imsa tabs open? Man, that is loud. Okay. Donald Gold. Howdy, howdy. I am having a good day. Thank you. Thank you. Was running the 24 hours of spa virtually, so I ran in the morning and heading back after this. Is there space on your screen for an in-car cam screen? Unfortunately, I am not allowed to stream those. Those are not allowed to be streamed. They are owned by Imsa. I would need permission. I think it would either be from Imsa or like NBC or somebody like that to be able to rebroadcast them. It'd be cool. Although I don't think it'll ever happen because the SRO doesn't have like a big TV deal. But the SRO has people that host like that stream. They have like a live like Twitch watchalong basically. And they have a streamer over there that does that. That'd be pretty cool if IMSA did that. But I think that's a TV rights whole fiasco. So IMSA's live. Yes, we are. Oh, baby. 2 hours and 40 minutes of Lime Rock Park. That is, as who mentioned it? Wild Stallion mentioned that hopefully we go green for the entirety of the race today, and I'm certainly hoping that is the case. Get to see some nice strategy potentially unfold. I mean, it's a short track, but tire dag is still a big thing here. IMSA TV is active now, so if it's not working for you, then hit the refresh button on your browser. The Porsches have not looked that quick, at least in qualifying. They didn't look that bad in practice, I didn't think. Although, practice is so hard to tell because you don't know what the teams are working on. It's easy to jump to conclusions over practice, but it can be difficult to tell, who's actually working on, race sim versus maybe a good quality run that overshadows everything. Man, this is just a beautiful track. Just beautiful. Just beautiful. I think 20 cars is a healthy amount for here too. You start getting You start getting more than that. I mean, you could maybe go for another few. But then you're probably going to start to rack up some of the carnage. I think we'll... I was going to say, I think, well, we'll probably see some more GTDs on the grid next year, but... Yeah, it does seem like the Porsche's speed issues from Daytona were more of a one race anomaly. I think I talked about it, I think, in a video at the beginning of the season, but it seems like IMSA, whenever there's a new car that comes into the fold, they're extremely conservative with the BOP for it. We saw Lambo and Ferrari were also way off the pace at the Rolex, and arguably, I mean, the Lambo is only really starting, I think, to kind of come up to be competitive. The Glen, it looked pretty good at the Glen. Looked very good at the Glen. But yeah, Porsche maybe doesn't have all the pace that they want here, and they didn't have all the pace that they would have wanted at CTMP either. But there's also other factors that play into this too. Like, you look at Mercedes, they've been bringing that car here for how many years? Like, whether it's been the original or the Evo, like, they have so much more data on this track, how to optimize setups. There we go. We are underway. I think that's important to consider. Important to consider that as well. Oh, easy. That Korthoff Mercedes dipping the tires off. Yeah. Oh, little bit of argy bargy. Calm down, guys. Oof. Oh, is that the Heart of Racing Aston Martin getting around for third? Around Misha Goiberg? I wouldn't be very Canadian if I didn't point out that he was Canadian. Horses slower in the straight line. Yeah, that's going to be interesting to see what see what happens at Road America then, because if they indeed don't adjust the BOP, it could be interesting to see how that plays out. Looked like Faf was taking a Pilet was taking a stab down the inside of Gugnon. Don't think he made that move though. Had the chance to meet you at Mosport. Yeah, Mosport, not Mosport. Yes, I was indeed there sitting at Moss Corner. I was there. I was sitting in Moss Corner for the race with my dad. He made the trek out, so that's always nice. And then we were wandering around. I went alone on Friday, and then we were wandering around on Saturday at some different. Oh. The Lexus, that's Monte Calvo, got a little bit of damage. Or wait. Yeah, it was nice to meet you and chat at the Victoria Day long weekend race though. That was good. I think I'm gonna try and go to the Labor Day races as well. Gonna try. Don't think I have anything going on that weekend, so 70 making silly moves again. A little aggressive, certainly a little aggressive. Johnny, let's go McLaren. The silliness, it's taking control. Yeah, we'll see how it plays out at Road America. I mean, yeah, like going back to going to the back to BOP for a second. Did I see something sparking on the side of the Mercedes? I don't know. Maybe it was just a sticker. It was weird to see a very bright like red part on the side of that Mercedes. Maybe I was seeing things. The Korthoff Mercedes, by the way, not the WeatherTech one. I feel like BMWs and GTD have a performance ceiling, and they're all at it. Oh yeah, it could have been the exhaust from the Merc. That's true. Do they have the exhaust on both sides? Let's see. Maybe we'll see. We'll see right here. Oh yeah, they do. But yeah, I don't know. Like the new, there's a learning curve for the new GT cars as well, and I would expect that, like I was saying, Mercedes, who's had this car running, you know, they've run this car, or basically this car for, I don't know how old the car is, a lot of years. Like I would expect that they're gonna show up and BMW's duking it out. If you're Paul Miller Racing right now, you do not want to be taking any unnecessary risks. The lead that you have in the championship, all you got to do is just keep on keeping on. Like 79 Mercedes appears to have a bit of a slow start. Yeah. A little bit of argy bargy. Ooh. Gotta leave the space there, Mr. Oberlin. Is that Bill Oberlin in the car? Yeah, it is. Oh, and Madison Snow has some damage on the front fender there. Nah, that won't affect anything. At least it's not folded in. Yeah, get a tire rub and end your day. Well, maybe not end your day, but on the the Acura's not last. Gallagher is the other driver in the 96. Can I see it on this? No, I can't see it on this one. Is it Foley and in the 90s. Chandler Hull is in the 97. Patrick Gallagher and Robbie Foley. Yeah, so yeah, you're right. It was Gallagher. Aren't the Yeah, because the 97 is that blue and gray. Ah man, I'm always getting Bill is in the 97. I'm just not used to having Bill Oberlin and Robbie Foley they're not used to them not being in the same car. All right, Imsa TV, we're just keeping it locked on turn one here. This is somebody fell asleep at the wheel at NASCAR Productions. Oh, Mike Skeen is putting the hammer down. Fastest lap of the race so far. I mean, very early. But I guess I got to remember that Foley is in the taco car. Bill is with Chandler Hull. Chandler Hull in the I I can't remember. It's the blue and gray car. Yeah, I don't think anybody can do this in one stop. I think this is definitely a two-stop race. Definitely a two-stop race. Unless if we get some sort of weird caution. I don't know how many sets of tires they have. But definitely a two-stop race. Do we have any Porsches that are significantly on the move? It Man, the Imsa TV broadcast is doing all sorts of weird things. We have like an overlay of the onboard of the Korthoff Mercedes as the actual. Yeah, NASCAR having issues. Oh, you didn't have the bug where it was like the Korthoff Mercedes onboard was overlaid on top. Oh, you don't hate this bug. Okay. It was a little bit distracting. I wish I think they have this in the WEC broadcasts where you can sort of have a layout of like the different onboards and stuff. Sort of within, I think it's within sort of their app. But you can lay out different onboards, and I think broadcast doing cinematics causing motion sickness after beers. They have that at IMSA too. But do they? I know like they have on the IMSA TV site. Like I can click on the different onboards, but I can't have it like come up and be like a quarter of the screen, and then have another quarter be another onboard, and have like the maybe the race broadcast be half the screen. Unless if I've just been doing it wrong this entire time. I know you can manipulate it with Windows, like if you're on a computer or something. Man, this BMW battle is it's pretty good. 3 BMWs back to back to back. Fifth, sixth, seventh. Hmm. Oh yeah. They do the splits, the split screen in the broadcast, but wish I could use the WEC app. Wait, can you just? Why can't you use it? Is it? Yeah, why can't you use it? Well, or do you mean you could wish you could use it to watch this? No, let's show the battle for 14th. Commentating for an F1 series in Assetto Corsa, and you ran camera in camera. Always nice to have some different camera angles. One thing I will say, I appreciate the new IMSA graphics this year. I can appreciate the new timing and scoring graphics. I do wish that they had some more basic graphics. I'm not asking for like F1 level broadcast or anything, but it would be nice if we got, during qualifying, they had like the sector times that were coming up, because they definitely have that data. It would be great to see some, like, some basic stuff like that. Big zoom in on Rexy's teeth. Oh, it's not available in the US. Oh, yeah, that's true. You have to use Motor Trend. Yeah, okay. I have used the WEC app once. I used it to watch, because I think we usually get the WEC races on like Discovery Velocity or something. But I wanted to watch Spa qualifying for some reason. I think it's yeah, I wanted to watch Spa qualifying, so I'm like, you know what? I'll pay for it. I'll get it for qualifying. Mystic, a couple towns over from you. Is that this race is a couple towns over from you? Or Spa is? Or there could be many things that are a couple towns over from you, I suppose. Yeah, every race labs overlay is not necessarily a good use of space. Yeah, like I said, or you know, I think I think there's we know what's going on the IMSA TV broadcast. We know what's going on, but it would just be nice to have, like I said, for qualifying. For qualifying, it would be so great to have, be able to show some lap times and sectors, things like that. Yeah, they do make good use of the space. I will say, I mean, it's fine. This is a perfect amount of cars for the IMSA TV broadcast today, because I think they have like this little leaderboard that they have shows the 20 cars, and there's only 20 cars on the grid. They could show like a max of 20, and that's perfect. But as soon as you add in more cars, then it's, you're waiting for the GT standings to like come around in the rotation, and they don't really show them that often. So it can sometimes be a little bit tricky to keep up with uh with who is where and all that jazz. Like it was planned. Oh, it's on USA. Yes. Yes, it is on USA as well. USA, Peacock, and IMSA TV. I think that's everywhere. The only qualifying session shown on Motor Trend was Le Mans. It sucks. Yep. Sounds about right. Don't you love it when they, company or network buys the broadcast rights and then doesn't actually show stuff? It's great. It's great. Oh man, Alan Brynjolfsson not happy with Sheena Monk right now. He's like, get out of the way. That's a good point, Don. You make a good point there. Is that it really has blossomed. You know, oh, there's some great coverage. Jeez, easy on the headlight button. Holy smokes. It's a good time to be an old fan, yes. Anybody know of a track that hosts... I assume that's I don't know what an HDPE is. Oh, he thought about sending it, but he didn't. Yeah, the Imsa broadcast. Yeah, there does need to be a warning that comes up there. This is a battle. Oh! A rubbered in track would be, yeah, that'd be not bad. High performance driver education. Gotcha, gotcha. Yeah, I do not know the answer to that. I do not know if there would be anywhere around that would. But and then you know what would happen? It would be scheduled for the day after, but it would like rain the night before and wash away all the rubber. Just that would be the luck, you know. Are we gonna get? Yeah, the Aston Martin is not that far behind these guys. Yeah, I mean, there's only like two realistic passing opportunities here, and if the Porsche is indeed not that great in the straight line, then it's probably not. The opportunity is not going to be into turn one. It is. It is good in the twisty bits. Gradient certainly does know which way is up with that car. Did he blow his headlights or did his hand just get tired? Maybe he broke the button on the steering wheel. I've actually done that with. I have the wheel that's. Yeah, you guys, it's over my shoulder. One of the buttons on that, my push to talk button, broke because I used to use it as push to talk for Discord, and because the Discord noise cancellation wasn't that great for a while, and I didn't want to have click click every time I was like shifting through a gear in a race. So that button actually broke off. So I don't have push to talk. Well, I don't know if I don't think I bound it to another one. Yeah, it's true. Going around the outside of turn one to get the apex for turn two. It's a good point. Another battle here with another Porsche behind. Seems like the Porsches are having a tough time with some traffic. What are we looking at for our fastest lap? Let's make this all just a smidge wider. Oh yeah, we got to get the pits in there too. Jared Andretti said, we have the personal bests coming out listed on this. Damn. Misha Goiberg. Fastest lap of the race so far in GTD. Regular GTD. Strategy. Yeah, I think the cars are so close too. I think passing might be a little bit difficult around here. I mean, there's not that many passing opportunities. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Oh, we have pit stops. Jules Gounon is in? Well, that's interesting. Do they think that's can they? I don't know. That's kind of weird. Yeah, maybe they've seen an opportunity, but okay, they didn't lose a lap. They came out in some clean air. Maybe were they stuck in traffic? I don't know. That's interesting. Oh, I think I have a second Imsa TV running somewhere. Did they? I couldn't hear what Shay said. They did left sides. Certainly, this is an interesting strategy. That's a long. That seems like a long stint to try and pull out, but oh, there's some of the damage on the Lambo. Huh. A track strategy play. This is either going to be mega brain or not going to work out. There's some great analysis for you. This is either going to turn out great or it's not. Yeah, what's the gap looking like? Yeah, it's catching the Jared Andretti and that Porsche pretty quick. Oh, who's in the 91? Alan Metney. And then of course at the when there's 2 hours left in the race and after we've passed the 40-minute mark, we're going to see all the GTDs pile into the pits. We'll see them all pile in and put the pro in for the 2 hour stint. Hawksworth enters the pits. Yeah, Heart of Racing putting some pressure on. They've Gunn has put a nice little gap on Garcia. Oh yeah, what's the Lexus doing? This is a 4 tire change. Yeah, this is a 4 tire change, Shay. Hmm. Oh yeah, true. We Heart of Racing were on the wall. Yeah, it would make sense if they've caught that traffic that they might want to dive in here. But where would they come out? They'd probably come out. Who's battling with Windward right now in the 57? That would be Frankie Montecalvo. Yeah, where is the 79? The 79 is stuck behind, I think, Andretti and Metney right now. Yeah, they are right on the rear of them. So I don't know if that's working out for them too well. Oh, you can see it in the background there. So the 79 didn't really gain a whole lot. Well, actually, yeah, no, they didn't really gain a whole lot. Oh, Heart of Racing is in. Ross Gunn is staying in the car. You'll love to see it. Oh, that's a... Ross Gunn was tied up against the wall here. Holy moly. Oh, the Lexus takes the lead. Undercut. Now, if you're Faf, you probably don't want to get caught out here. Oh, and speak of the devil, Faf is in. Or no, Garcia is. It was the Corvette on board. The battle has died down a little bit in those GTD classes. Oh man, the Heart of Racing, did they absolutely botch that pit stop? As a newcomer to Imsa, I have no idea why there are no prototypes in this race. So, of course, I don't know the exact reason, but I think it's safe to assume it's such a small track. Prototypes at this track would be pretty chaotic, and it would just be constant traffic. Like, the CTMP round, there was a ton of traffic going on there, and they didn't even have all the prototype classes. But this is such a small track, smallest track on the calendar. So I think they opt to leave the prototypes at home for this one. Also, it's nice to let the GTDs shine. You know, they can very much be an afterthought in the race, because everybody wants to look at the prototypes, fastest cars out there. But this is a nice. It's nice to see them, in the spotlight. Some drivers that we don't always get to see. Yeah. Yeah, it was good drive from the Merc. Yeah, the Mike Skeen in the Mercedes has been great. Who needs correct spelling? We know what you're talking about. I think this has to be this is a planned Faf strategy. And we know that to this point in the season, Faf has played some big brain strategy to get a slow car into a much better finishing position than they deserved. Could we see it again today? I don't know if this overcut is going to be it, but it's Pile in the 9. Good luck getting him to pit. JP, I agree. GT racing is awesome. We have seen some incredible prototype racing in all 3 of the IMSA classes. Like, look, love it or hate it. Well, there's not many people that love LMP3, but LMP3 has put on some amazing battles lately. And I think at CTMP, I think that was the best battle that we saw in that race, was in the prototype class, or in the LMP3 class. LMP2, you can't just, those cars don't get off of each other. They are literally, like, there is always battles going on. Excuse me. There are always battles going on. GTP, just look at the highlights that we've had from this season. That'll tell you how close those battles are. We need an LMP3 Pro class. I read something interesting. Was it this morning or yesterday that there might be an LMP3 class going for endurance racing in the historic racing category. They're gonna look at. I think John Doonan mentioned that since IMSA owns the historic racing. What is it called? HSR, I think. Did you hear about the Ligier P2 coming to IMSA next year? Yes. It's not going to be the Orica show all the time. We're going to have a Ligier. We're going to have a Ligier. Somebody tried to call me. Bad time. Yeah, it's gonna be nice to it's gonna be nice to see somebody to compete with potentially. I mean, last time it was run. I mean, hopefully it has more pace than previously. The EDM light show is back. Uh-oh. Oh. There goes Pele up the inside. Just have to navigate. If we think traffic is bad now, wait until pit stops happen and the pros get in the GTD cars. Oh, Poppy wants to get up. The dog wants to come up and nap. Okay. Come up on this side. Come up. You gonna come up? Just don't pull the cable. Okay. Okay. There you go. You can kind of... No, she is... She immediately lay down. Imsa pupper. Exactly. She likes to chill and sleep while the race is going on. Oh, Brynjolfsson was on Monk again. They're still going at it, eh? Man, oh man. And Alan Metney's still on the back of Jared Andretti. Alec Udell, I think I'm pronouncing that right, on the back of Russell Ward in the Windward car. Yeah, the Porsches just don't seem to have enough go to... They just don't have the pace to be able to complete the pass. Yeah, there's a lot of LMP3s that are out there in the world. You're right. I think that there needs to be the if IMSA is indeed going to do this LMP3 historic series, historic endurance series, full course yellow. Who stopped? What happened? Oh no! Oh, the 91 and was that the 27? Oh, no, the Andretti 94. Wow. Oh, no. Wow, no, Faf did not big brain this. They're going to be back at the class, probably. Actually, no, you might get everybody pit. No. That's a lot of damage on the front of that Porsche. Wow. Let's see the replay. After we make sure that Jared is okay, of course. Which the safety crew is not exactly rushing. They're just probably waiting for him to unbuckle. Incident involving cars 91 and 94 under review. Yeah, they don't need to pit yet. You're right. But you gotta think that they're gonna box under this yellow. Although, yeah, right? Because, yeah, I don't know. I don't think this doesn't help Faf. Actually, no. You know what? They should be okay because none of the GTDs have pit yet, and all the GTDs are gonna box under this yellow because we're gonna pass minimum drive time in like 50 seconds. So every single GTD car is probably gonna pit, and then Faf should come out ahead of all of them. So they should just be like they'll probably be 5th overall. And you're right, it doesn't necessarily hurt Faf. Is Jared still not out? Oh, man. The hood! The hood on the 91. He can still see. There's still a gap. I am eager to see the replay. I am eager to see the replay on this because, yeah. Yeah. Pits open and Andretti is out. That is good. That took a while to get out though. Alright, here we go. We got a replay. Oh, this is just a wild... That's a brake failure, right? Wow, you got a wanted a replay and you got a commercial break. Wow. No, he just... That is... I hope that's a brake failure. If that's not a brake failure, you got that... You might not see... You might not see who was in the car. Was that Metney? You might not see Metney at the next race. Whether that's an Imsa imposed. Because that is... Yeah. Yeah, I guess if he's still running, it wasn't a brake failure. That's a mistake. That is... You gotta feel for Andretti there. Like... That's the second race that they've run this season, and that's the second time that they have been absolutely, you know... There's not really a nice way to put it, is there? Wow. Oh, and the 79 left with the fuel probe attached, so they're getting a penalty. They're getting a penalty. That is... I acknowledge it's a mistake. But man, oh man. He was so far back. Oh. One free position for Faf. Big brain their way onto the podium. And Faf was right in front of this accident. Oy, oy, oy. Well, I'm glad Jarrett's okay. Yeah, there is no nice way to put it. No nice way to put it. Showing off the internals. Yeah. Showing off all the, well, it's not a trunk, I guess. Showing off all the storage space, you know? That's how fast the Porsches are through Sector 1. I mean, if there was no Aston Martin there, then that 91 was going to be going off track. I feel like if it was definitely just missed breaking point. Like, yeah, just missed the breaking point. Yeah, I don't. It's being looked at, and I don't think it's gonna be a very. I don't think it's gonna be the outcome that the driver is gonna be happy with. Would that be a free position? That's a good one. When you saw the FCP Euro signs, you thought they were fan signs. Oh. Guy being a guy, I'm sorry if you're upset. It's just some Imsa fans that are watching the race together. Oh, they're gonna bring the oh, it's the 91 going behind the wall. Trying to unstick the yeah. Yeah, just try and provide a place for some IMSA fans to get together and, you know, watch the race together. I can't show the race. Can't show the race. Yeah, we have all the driver changes as expected. All the driver changes. Oh, is that left-hand tires as well on the 92? I thought it was. Wait, Midweek Motorsports has a Discord? I did not even know that. I did not know that. I know they have, I assume, where would I even be able to find that? You won't be able to post links in the chat. They won't show up. But, yeah, I'll have to look for that. I'll have to look for that. Yeah, I know Eve is lurking around in some of the other discords, like the WEC one I know, and the WEC one and the IMSA one. Eve's kicking around in. This space is much appreciated. There isn't even a discussion thread up on Reddit. Oof, that's rough. Yeah, no, I'm happy to. I'm happy to do this. I mean, I was gonna be watching the race anyways, so. And if I'm not at the track, the Discord invite code. Thank you very much. Boom. I'm in. I am in. You know I'm in, yes. Yeah, oh, we're back green. Let's go. Yeah, so this didn't affect Faf that much. Oh my goodness, 3 wide into turn 1? Oh, baby. Klaus Bachler, welcome to Lime Rock. Oh! The 96 got a little bit loose. Cold tires. What a shakeup in GTD. The standings. Spinelli got shuffled down to 14th overall. Ooh, that's a lot of dirt. Oh. 79 gets a drive-through penalty for leaving with equipment attached. Yeah. BMW to the lead. Madison Snow. Wait, did the Heart of Racing... Roman DeAngelis didn't get out of the car. Oh, there was a bunch of teams that didn't change drivers then. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know how Bachler fell back like that. It's like he just didn't get a good run down the front straight. Gallagher looks like the cork in the bottle. Yeah, Ross got off to a nice little bolt away. I wonder how, like, we're starting to get to the point in GTD Pro where if you're Corvette and you want to stay in the championship hunt here, like, you have to get around the Lexus. I wonder if we might start seeing some desperation moves as this race winds down if they stay nose to tail like this. Yeah, that's true. It may have caused that issue. Oh. Oh no, that Lambo minimum refueling time drive-through penalty. Woof. That's a race killer. Well, that was my pick. That was my pick to dethrone Paul Miller Racing. Man, it's a long ways from done, but, like, if Paul Miller Racing picks up the win here, then that GTD championship is kind of starting to look out of reach. We're just past the halfway mark. There's Gugnon. And there's the Spinelli coming down the pits. Drive through. I definitely missed my mouth with some of that. Feel for the 79 car the most, yeah. They have had, it's been a tough little go for, like, it's been a tough little go for the 79 in the sense that they've been fast, but then they've had like stuff like this happen at the Glen. They got taken out in that LMP3 when that LMP3 missed the breaking point on the downhill into the boot. Look at this gaggle of Porsches behind Reeb. I guess you have all the pros in these Porsches now. Hindman, Andlauer, Prio. Roman DeAngelis just set the fastest lap in GTD. Maybe he's got something, you know? Oh, there we go. Is the Porsche train going to go past the McLaren? I have a hunch that they might. And then Catherine Legg is hanging on to the back here. Rexy. All right, Don, you get back to work, and hopefully we got a good end to this race. Thanks for hanging out for a little while. Thanks for hanging out for a little while. Oh, yeah, Laura Spinelli just set the fastest lap of the race. So that Lamborghini is, they have the pace, you know? Ayo, let's go. I got my Rexy shirt on. Can't really see it that much, but I do have my Rexy shirt on. I was trying to find... I got the Faf shirt with the new livery on it, but I couldn't find it. It's somewhere. It's the middle of laundry doing, like... I'm in the middle of kind of doing the laundry, so, you know, it's somewhere. Incident responsibility for the 94. Stop and go. What? Oh, okay, I missed that. I misread that. I was like, how do you give incident responsibility to the Aston? But no, it was car 91 penalty, incident responsibility with 94. I gotcha. Yeah, I want to go back to the days where laundry was just magically done. Yeah. If only, right? If only it was that easy. It throws me off, like the cameras that they're using. Like there's one camera that has this like weird, it almost looks like a screen over it. On the IMSA TV broadcast, I don't know if they must use the same cameras. They do use the same cameras for NBC. But there's like one camera that has, it looks like it has like a bug screen over it. And it always bothers me. I think it's in the hair, like the... No. Every once in a while you see it, and it just drives me nuts. Gun showing pure Lightning McQueen energy here. I think there's still... Is there still strategy at this point? I believe so. Because there's probably... You might see some cars try and take 2 tires on the last stop. Especially probably, you know, some of these GTD AM cars that have the Pro Driver in now. It's not so much of a strategy. Like, we're probably going to see everybody come in around the same time later in the race, but I think we will see some, you know, 2 tires or 4 tires strategy going on. That still has to play out. Well, and then also never mind if, you know, hopefully we don't get any more yellows, but if we were to get another yellow, I mean, we see how close a bunch of these cars are. It's definitely not out of the question that there could be a yellow. In the GTD only race, in these GTD only races, it is kind of nice that the safety cars don't take forever. Very quick. Also a short track too, so it's easy for those cars to just rip around and join back up. And the number 91 is retired. I would not be surprised if we see if is it Metney that was on board when that incident happened, I think. Yeah. I would not be surprised if we see Metney placed on probation, unfortunately. As a result of that. We saw I can't remember who the LMP3 driver was that caused that wreck at the Glen, but he got put on probation. I would not be surprised if they get put on probation. Yeah, the safety car certainly made the fuel strategy a lot more clear. Oh, it looks like Bockler got around Madison Snow. So that could unlock this GTD battle because Roman DeAngelis and actually Patrick Gallagher both are right on the rear bumper of Madison Snow. That could be one to watch. Hawksworth and Garcia are still nose to tail. Nope. Poppy heard somebody come home. Or she heard something. That's the dog, by the way. Oh, yes. Yeah, I think this is... Yeah, Faf literally just got past. You don't think Gallagher has an answer for Snow? Yeah, DeAngelis is... No, it is not still under yellow. We are back to green flag. Yellow is pretty quick. Maybe like 10 minutes? 10 minutes or so? Yeah, Gallagher might not have it for Snow, but DeAngelis certainly does. Show us that battle. Whoa. Who is... Garcia really putting the pressure on Hawksworth. Now, notice how we haven't seen the headlight blasting much since a bunch of the pros got in. Did Bogler do the fastest first sector? So he has. So he has. Oh, yeah, I'm not looking at sector. It is indeed quick. They are indeed quick. Lots of personal bets being put down. Yeah, actually, you know that now that Bachler's back around that car, I wonder if he can maybe start to reel in this battle between Hawksworth and Garcia. Oh, did Snow go off? Madison Snow must have gone off. Oh no, he's pitting. Gotcha, guys. Car 1, incident responsibility with the 32 drive-through penalty. With the 32 Mercedes? When did that happen? Yeah, what happened with that? Do they have it? What happened? Where did this come from? Well, but I don't even know if they know what happened. The reason for the safety car earlier was oh wait. Oh yeah, nobody knows what the penalty is for. What was the reason for the safety car earlier? The number 91 Porsche going into turn 1 looks like just missed their braking point, piled into the 94 Aston Martin driven by Jared Andretti, and they went off into the wall pretty hard. Unfortunate for Andretti. That's the second race that they have had ruined that has not been an incident that is their fault, and the second race where they've had a big wreck of 2. But thankfully it was a pretty quick safety car, so thankfully. But it's kind of confusing as to how this drive-through penalty happened. I mean, look, that could I don't know how much this is going to affect the championship. I think we're probably just about regardless of what happens today, they're probably going to come out of here still as championship leaders in GTD. But if the Heart of Racing Aston Martin hangs on in GTD, that would be a huge chunk of points that they'd gain on the one. Quite excited for the angry Madison Snow drive. Yeah, with the pace that the Beamer has shown, I would expect that they are going to be slicing through some of the field. Spinelli has done a good job of coming back though too. Spinelli is on a charge back. Like, yeah. If you think about Spinelli, when he served his drive-through penalty, it was right after they went green, came down. He dropped back, and Madison Snow is like 3 seconds behind Spinelli. So Spinelli technically, was lapping faster than the leaders if he gained all that time. I don't know how much. Maybe Snow lost some time battling with the Pfaff Porsche, but Bachler is reeling in Garcia. Never mind. If you start seeing the 14 and the 3 go at it, then, this battle. This is developing. I love it. Jules would do well. Yeah, to follow him through. You have a very quick driver in Madison Snow in that car. Yeah, but what on earth happened for Madison Snow to get that drive-through? I mean, the incident involving cars 1 and 32 under review. Like, yeah, I don't know. I wish they would show. Oh, the 57's off. Continuing on, though. Off course and continued. Just missed their braking point. Who's in the car now? That's Russell Ward. Oh, and there's Spinelli. Spinelli is gonna be breathing. He's gonna be eager. And now Madison Snow has entered the pits. They think that they can't make it from here an hour and a half. Do they have an issue? Why would the number 1 be coming in? I'm lost. I don't know what's going on. They can't... What? It was like another drive-through. Huh. Strategy play. So Madison's... Yeah, this is interesting. I don't know. Well, I mean, like, being realistic, the number 1 is no longer in contention for the race win. But I mean, at least they stayed on the lead lap, so Gallagher's fallen off the back of DeAngelis. Yeah, those Astons are so strong. It's kind of a case of, you think about what could have been for that Andretti Aston Martin. Get Gabby in the car and maybe get a solid result out of it, but it's unfortunate for them. Very unfortunate. And Bockler still reeling in slowly, but slow and steady, reeling in the 14 and the 3. And Gugnon's not really making a ton of progress up through the field. Hindy, for those that aren't listening to the Imsa TV broadcast, Hindy's talking about Heart of Racing's, their priorities. They're racing in the WEC this year. It took over the Northwest AMR Aston, and just sort of reiterating that, like, IMSA is their home. IMSA's still their home that they want to continue racing in, and I mean, we don't really know if there's going to be an Aston on the grid next year in WEC. Have we seen any passing go on in pro? Yeah, I don't know if it was maybe done on through the pit strategy, or pit mistakes. It could get very interesting here in a moment if, depending on how much Bachler wants to push the issue. Whoa, who was that though? Was it the Corvette that churned up that spray? Julian Andlauer, fastest lap of the race overall in the Kelly Moss Porsche. Huh. Just edged out Loris Spinelli's lap. I think we're probably going to see some passing in GTD Pro before the end of this one. I'm gonna say I think we do. I think we do. Two minutes ago in Lime Rock time. We have seen also, like, the 14 Lexus, the number 3 Corvette, and the number 9 Porsche. We have seen them locked in a battle the entire season. It always seems like they're locked nose to tail. Unfortunately, the Heart of Racing Aston, the 23 in Pro, they haven't been there as much. What other battles do we have going on? Catherine Legg is doing a great job of hanging on to the back of that Porsche and Lexus little train that's going there. I guess that's Monte Calvo that's kind of heading up that little... Yeah, I don't know. The Porsches are they're getting some pace here as the race is going on. Not anywhere close to that of the Aston, but it makes you wonder, could we see some not some strategy, could we see some Porsches, be close to a crack at the podium? Maybe a Rexy podium? Madison Snow just kind of chilling in front of DeAngelis. Oh, contact on pit road. I'm surprised it wasn't labeled that. So we finally know what that drive-through penalty was for, at least. Uh-oh. Interesting. It says the camera is gonna run out of battery. I don't know how that's possible. I'm gonna have to swap out the battery. But I have it plugged in the power. I don't know how that's working. Did anything happen between the Andretti Aston and the Porsche collision? Yeah, no, nothing is really. There's been some battles that have gone on. Paul Miller Racing also picked up a drive-through penalty for. They ended up making contact during their pit stop. Made contact during their pit stop, so unfortunately for them, they're not a lap down, but they are just in front of the GTD leader. Because it looked like it was going to be a heck of a battle between, that BMW and Roman DeAngelis. Interesting that Roman DeAngelis, there still needs to be a driver change there. So, but yeah, other than that, they're the 57 had a little bit of an off, but they've continued. Laura Spinelli, the 78 Lamborghini, got a drive-through penalty for not making the minimum refueling time. So, yeah, not too much has happened. It's been relatively uneventful, which is actually we just passed the halfway mark, which is unique for an IMSA race this year. I would say uneventful, and the races this season have not exactly gone hand in hand. They have been a little wild. Oh, Madison Snow did fuel only. Well, no. Oh, but they changed tires under the pit stop. Under the safety car. Man, Lime Rock is such a unique viewing track. Like it's literally like it's just plopped in the it literally is just plopped in the middle of like forest. Right in the middle of nature. There was somebody that posed a question earlier about why the prototypes aren't at Lime Rock. I also wonder if there are some if there's like some not really safety concerns, but you think about how fast the prototypes are. Maybe not so much the P3s. The P3s are there this weekend for the VP Sports Car Challenge. But you think about the GTPs, almost called them ZPIs. You think about the GTPs and the LMP2s and just how fast they are. Like, it's, maybe that could be a concern. But then again, they go to most sports, so, and some plenty of other old school tracks. But I don't know. I wonder if that's a point that they keep in, a reason why they might not be here. Because there have been some bad accidents here over the years. I think it was more like a while ago, but Vassar Sullivan racing for points today. Not surprising. That's not surprising. Yeah, I wonder when we're gonna start to see these final pit stops, because the what was it, the 79 Mercedes, they seemed to think, or they kind of gave the impression that seemed like they could go maybe 110 or 110 an hour and 10 minutes on a tank of fuel. So I think they would probably leave a little bit of buffer there. Oh, so the Lexus of Hawksworth may be losing the tires a little bit. Wonder if Antonio Garcia gonna try and make a move. Ooh, whoa, Garcia. Jeez. Kicking up some dirt. Yes, the race is halfway done, Danny. Halfway done. An hour and 14 minutes to go. Yeah, this battle in GTD Pro is, I think that before too long, if you're Corvette, you got to try and get around. Oh, what happened? Something happened, and the FAF car got around both of them. Oh, they're boxing. I'm like, what's going on? Pit stops? This is a long time to go to close out this race. An hour and 13 minutes? How did the TCR do in the Pilot Challenge? Their race is after this. Their race goes after the WeatherTech Championship race. And it is one of the Hondas, Matt Plumbo, I think, that's got pole. Oh, Faf does not want to get stuck behind a Corvette with cold tires. Ooh, baby. Oh, easy there, Taylor. Oh, don't cut to this. NASCAR Productions, what are you doing? Oh, we get it. They're in the pits. We want to see the freaking battle. Come on. Heart of Racing in. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, the Heart of Racing, they had a big lead anyways. I'm surprised they didn't wait another couple laps, but... Interesting. Oh, Roman DeAngelis in. GTD leader in, so Marco Sorensen getting in there. That's NASCAR for you. Man, that is unfortunate. I wanted to see what outcome of that was going to be. All right, let's see where they come out. Are they going to end up in... Are they in GTD traffic? No, not really. They've all kind of come out on their own. Oh, but the Corvette lost so much time. Was that just because... Was that just the battle that they had with Faf on the outlap? No, they... That seems like they had lost a lot of time. They did... Well, actually, it doesn't seem like they lost a lot of time. They did lose a lot of time. These standings haven't... Okay. Okay, I'm waiting for these standings to cycle through because it is kind of confusing to... There we go. So the 79 still has to pit. Yeah. Yeah, I just wonder what happened for Corvette that they dropped back. Because they lost like 6 seconds. Where did the 27 come out? Marco Sorensen? Marco Sorensen has some clean air just in front of Paul Miller Racing. Oh, now we have some more pit stops. 66, 77, 96. The Taco Mobile. Alex Riberas, I think is how it's pronounced. Fastest lap, is that of the race? That is not of the race. But fastest lap in GTD Pro. Julian Andlauer still holds fastest lap of the race. Oh. 96, they come out just behind Telitz. I believe it is. Ooh. Man, the 32 and the 12, this is a juicy little battle they're having. Korthoff Mercedes and Turner, or not Turner, Vaster Sullivan. Wonder how long it's been since Jules Gounon has been in the pits. 8. No, that's last pit time. 43 minutes. Spinelli. Yeah, I don't know if Rebel Rock is joining GTD next year. There was kind of mention at the beginning of the season that they might be one of the There's a possibility they could be one of the Corvette customer teams. Uh-oh. Did Smedley stall it? Oh, no. Yeah, I don't know if Spinelli... Or, what was I talking about? I don't know if Rebel Rock Racing is joining. There's nothing confirmed there, that's for sure. But it was discussed, rumored maybe at the beginning of the season. Mike Skeen out and Michael Grenier in. All right, Jules Gounon in as well. So that's going to cycle through all the GTD Pro stops. So there's just a couple of GTDs that are have yet to pit. Well, I guess a handful. Seb Prio. Whoa. The 96 and the 32. They've resumed battle. Whoa. And Catherine Legg. Oh, watch yourself. Robbie Foley. Robbie Foley driving for tacos. Oh, there's... Yeah, the Acura just does not have top speed, do they? Full course yellow. Full course yellow. Is it the 70? I think it's the 70. The McLaren? Maybe? Oh, wow. They definitely aren't getting a Camaro or a Corvette to replace that Camaro in Pilot Challenge. There's not going to be there's no Corvette GT4 that's been announced. Okay, good. Arib is out of the car at least. I bet you caught the exit curb maybe, and man, that's a big hit. Oh, no, he did. I don't think he got any help. I don't know if there was a touch. No, there would. I don't know if there was a touch there. I think he lost it on his own. Arib's reaction was... Oh, yeah. Maybe, unless if he was going to be boxing. He was one of the cars that hadn't boxed. Yeah, I wonder if he was boxing maybe. How's Rexy doing? Rexy was one of the cars that had yet to pit, but I don't know if they had made it in. Actually, they had just boxed before this full course yellow. So they're rolling. So I am going to take this opportunity to step away for a brief second. I'll be back. Where do I don't have a quick mute button, I don't think, on this anymore. Do I? Do I? I don't. I figured I might as well get another battery for the camera just in case. I don't think it's gonna die, but I mean it's plugged in and charging, and it's supposed to be quick charged by USB-C. So so this kind of takes any question about fuel, removes that. The 79 kind of loses out big time. Watch this battle in GTD. Andlauer has been really fast. Could we see some? This did not work out for Paul Miller Racing either, did it? They have fallen off. Yeah, perhaps the worst part about like all these, the way that Lime Rock is set up is having to reposition the tire barriers and everything. Prepare for the final wave by. Yeah, the Rexy shirt. Got it at the Glen. I'm pretty sure they're selling them online as well. The Styled Aesthetic website. Pretty sure they are. There was a lot of nice shirts there actually. And I don't know if this might be the first shirt that I have from Styled Aesthetic. Very nice shirt, I will say. It is very comfortable. It is very comfortable. Man, this full course yellow is taking a little longer than the other one. Although they have completed the wave arounds and everything. So we're kind of just waiting on track crews to clean everything up. Just waiting on. Oh man, they are still Why aren't they getting that? Why aren't they getting the McLaren out of there? Oh, I wonder if they can't. I bet you they couldn't connect to the front of it. I wonder if the I wonder if the toe loop was the toe hook, whatever, was botched. This might go well for Corvettes. Could. I think it's going to be very interesting to see how Bachler and Jordan Taylor behave on this restart. I think you're looking at a point right now. The heart of racing, Aston Martin, the 23 of Ribberas, they are not in the championship hunt in GTD Pro. And Vassar Sullivan knows that. They know that. But if you're Faf or Jordan Taylor, like the lead that Lexus has is pretty big, and you have to start taking chunks out of it if you want to have a shot at being able to steal that championship. So I think we might see some sends. And then in GTD, again, I think we're gonna see Spinelli take some chances here to maybe try and grind his way through the field to try and get a podium. I don't think that's gonna happen, but I think could get spicy there. Sellers would be one to watch on the restart, and Andlauer was charging, so just waiting for the track to be cleared, and then we'll be back green. We'll be back. Hopefully, we'll be back green soon. I want to see, get a nice 50-minute final stint to the end here. Hasn't been as clean as some of the previous Lime Rock races, but they finally get that. They finally pulling the old McLaren out of there. Still working through it. And they're still fixing the tires as well. Full send. We very well might see some full sends. I would not be surprised to see some big sends. Man, a beautiful day though for it. Beautiful day for racing. Tricky little track too to run at. Haven't seen perhaps as much passing. Oh. And the camera died. Let's see how quick we can get this back up and running, huh? All right. Boom. We're back in operation. That was a pretty good pit stop, I think, right? That was a respectable pit stop. All right, they finally got the McLaren out of the way. That took long enough. That took long enough. I think we are going back racing at the end of this lap, potentially. It depends on how quickly the safety trucks can get back to their respective posts. Yeah, Lambo joining GTP next year. Unfortunate that it's looking like we're not gonna get them at. Looks like we're not gonna get them at the Rolex, which is unfortunate. But you know, it's the way it goes. Not really much we can do. Is it still? Is this battery almost dead too? So I didn't put the old battery back in. No, I did not. All right. While we're under full course yellow, I'm gonna grab the other battery then, just to make sure. Okay. Got the final battery pack. If these batteries keep dying, holy cannoli. I guess maybe I probably don't have a quick. I guess it's not a quick charger. Maybe is the problem. I don't know. I don't know. Command. We haven't seen the command that the safety car is coming in. This would be a nice, this would be a nice race to go to. Maybe next year. I'll see. It's not that far from me. Not that far for me to get down there. Green flag, track clear. You'll love to see it. Then we get to see this GTD Pro battle resume. Yeah, so well the camera that I have, I mean it I have the camera plugged in as well. Like it's plugged in to power. But I don't have a I don't have a like the continuous battery. Because this is the first time that that the batteries have run out while I've done one of these streams, so I don't really know what's going on. Don't really know what's going on. Like in the past I've had some overheating with the camera, but now I just have that solved by a fan that's right basically on it. That hopefully doesn't really come through the hopefully that doesn't come through the mic. Man, that Aston is just bolting. And the FAF is just slow to get the tires up to temp, it seems. Up whether are getting up to pressure, I don't know. Yeah, Ford is going to be back with the Mustang for GTD, GTD Pro at least. They haven't announced any program for GTD, but there is going to be a factory supported Multimatic. Multimatic's going to be running some GTD Pro Ford Mustangs. So it's gonna be nice to see the new Corvette, the new Ford, the new Ford, them battling it out. Mercedes has also announced that they've begun, or they're going to be replacing their car, not for next year, it's a couple years away, but new Mercedes. Lamborghini, I think, is like 2026 that car will be replaced. The GTD, anyways, not the GTP. GTP is, of course, brand new. It'll be brand new on the grid next year. Yeah, if you're Marco Sorensen, you have to. Julian Andlauer was pushing hard. Oh, Faf has some damage? They must have got into the back of someone. Or one of the, like, a piece of bodywork looks like it's starting to come off. Yeah, that's what I was just wondering. Like, what happened to Faf there? Oh, okay. So earlier in the race, we pardon me, we talked about Corvette and how they fell off after the green flag pit stop. We just saw a replay on the Imsa TV feed, and it looks like there was an issue with fueling, maybe. That's what created the long pit stop. And Marco Sorensen last lap a 52.462. Julian Andlauer 52.463. Trent Hidman in third 52.434. Yeah, they're identical times. Oh, that piece looks like it's gonna come off of. Oh, that's definitely gonna come off. How did that happen? Oh man. If that's if that's uh if that piece falls off, or like starts to fall off, if the because there's a wire in there for the headlight, they would get a that would definitely be a meatball flag. Oh, this is as close as a battle as you can get here for GTD. Those Porsches aren't a little ways back, Jeremy. They are right there. Kind of wild how a race can turn. You saw Alan Brynjolfsson breaking the flasher button on this car earlier in the race. Maybe hit a curb too well, but I would think that I would kind of think that it would have had to be from contact or something, right? Well, Klaus Bachler just set a new personal best, so a 52-1. Or was that a few minutes ago? Yeah, it was a couple minutes ago. Oh. Okay. The dog is back. Oh, you can see, I wonder. Man, I think we're gonna see uh Buckler take a stab at the 14, you know. Aaron Telitz has entered the pits. That's not a planned pit stop, of course. Looks like it's giving us the stink eye. Yeah, that Lexus. Don't know what's going on there. Radiator full of grass. That's not ideal. Well, that's one way to ruin a race. An unfortunate way. Here I was thinking that the GTD Pro battle for second, third, and fourth was going to be the one that we wanted to watch here in the closing stages. It looks like it is actually the GTD battle for first, second, and third. Let's see if Marco Sorensen can hold him off. I think this is. I think they mentioned earlier in the broadcast this was Sorensen's first. This is his first race ever at Lime Rock Park. Oh, car 12. Pit lane speed violation plus 44. 40. I think that means it's 44 kilometers an hour over the speed limit. No way. That can't be. If that's the case, that's recklessly over. I Klaus Bachler with another personal best. So, oh, the 32's off. Off in the S's. Mikel Grenier. Off in the S's. That's the 32. Interesting. Just lost it looks like. He said the thing. Oh, maybe some help. Oh. Oh yeah, that's a shunt. So we're probably going to see a penalty for the 78. And so Aaron Telitz did go 44 kilometers an hour over the speed limit. 44 over is so much. Oh, yeah, Ben Barnicoat's starting to close in for the GTD Pro lead. Nice spun. I mean, it was right there for the taking, right? There's not not every track has an S's section, so you know. Oh, I missed Danny's message from earlier. Wouldn't mind seeing Imsa expand to Mexico one day. That would be interesting. That would be interesting. I guess it's all about identifying if there's a market for it, though, right? Like, I know for me, I don't see very like there's not a large following for that I see of viewers from Mexico. You could make a pretty good argument that, well, I'm not a Spanish channel, so it's probably a pretty good argument there that I wouldn't see it. But I don't think we're going to see an expansion to Mexico anytime soon. I don't know if we're gonna see. I'm actually one of the videos that I do plan to do um, before Road America. This probably work on in the next week or so. Is sort of the I guess predictions for the IMSA calendar, or like what I think the perfect calendar would look like. I think I don't think we're gonna see too much calendar change from this year to next, but you never know. I didn't think that we were gonna lose necessarily Mid Ohio last year either, and Detroit. We're gonna see Detroit back on the calendar probably, although I don't know if I'm gonna. I don't know. I don't know about that track. I don't know if that's the best place for them to go. I wonder if that could be a race that we see. I can't imagine. I don't think you'd ever send just the GTPs and GTD Pros somewhere, like the two pro classes. I wonder if that's like a race you could send them, but I don't know. It would be interesting. I don't know. I like the yeah. I don't know for how many people watched the race at Detroit. I didn't. It was a fine race, you know. The Michelin Pilot Challenge race that they had there, the with just the Grand Sport, the GT4s. Looks like there's a good battle down for ninth, 10th, and 11th in GTD with Chandler Hull, Philip Ellis, and Michael Grenier. They seem to be like on top of each other, basically. Incident involving cars 78 and 32 under review. Oh, that's Spinelli and getting into the back of Grenier, or sorry, Grenier getting spun by Spinelli. Spinelli, kind of an unfortunate last name for racing. Kind of an unfortunate name. And Ben Barnicoat is closing in on Alex Riberas. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Maybe just for the pilot challenge again and a GS only race. Like I don't think you can pile very many cars onto that track. The only other thing that I could see them do is bring just the GTD Pro and GTD cars there. I could see them maybe just do that, but do you want to have a third GT only race on the calendar? Like, is that what you want to do? Do you want to do that? If you do that, do you maybe remove the GTD cars from, you know, where would you remove them from and make like a prototype only round? Oh, there's that battle with the two Mercedes and the BMW. Looks like both the Mercedes are going to get around. Like, unless if you would be willing to take off like a Lime Rock or a VIR from the calendar. But you could maybe see something like that. I do think that they want to kind of... I think that they want to keep Lime Rock on the calendar, but it's kind of been a staple. Gonna miss the LMP3s? You know what? I'm gonna miss the LMP3s as well. As much as they provide some pretty stupid accidents at times, we saw a pretty stupid accident in GTD earlier this race. And we saw plenty of ridiculous LMP2 incidents at Watkins Glen. We have... Oh. That was taking the grass for Faf. The P3s, yeah, they will be missed, but the ridiculous incidents will not be missed. At least they'll still be there with the VP Sports Car Challenge. Man, yeah, I don't think the strategy play that the 79 WeatherTech Racing, that was not the play. That was not the play. That has cost them. That cost them a chance in this one, really. Boxing early and then getting caught up in all that GTD traffic, like, rough. Rough. Yeah, Alex Riberas just, he hasn't had the same pace that Ross Gunn had in that car. Oh, they're chatting with Jack Hawksworth. I wonder. think if you're Jack Hawks or if you're Ben Barnicoat, you have to be just, content with second at this point. Like, you can't take any significant risk. Well, you don't want to. They've kind of said that they're racing for points. Yeah, that's what I've been saying. I wouldn't mind. I think that the P3 should be added to the pilot challenge, but I mean, I think there's actually a pretty good argument to be made that like the pilot challenge grid is got to be nearing capacity. You get races where there's like 30 cars on track for them. It's a lot. It's a lot. And what are you going to do? You're going to add another 10 car LMP3 grid? Bring it up to 40 cars? I guess maybe it would depend on how TCR interest goes in the future, because I don't know if TCR might be like there's a couple of teams that are running the old Audi right now, the old spec Audi, and if they don't upgrade to the new one, like, do they just make the jump up? Do they go race in another series? Because I don't know if anybody's going to want to buy the new Audi. I understand there is still going to be there still is going to be customer support for it for the next like 10 years. But man, it's not really a good sign. I don't think you're going to sell very many cars when you're announcing that, you're pulling out of sports car racing if you're Audi. Hey, how long is this race, and is GTP in this? There's 23, almost 24 minutes left in the race. It was a 2-hour and 40-minute race. And there's no GTP class in this. This is a GTD and GTD Pro only race that we have going on. I did put a link. If you're outside of the United States, then you can watch on Imsa TV. That link should be in the description to watch the last 20 minutes of this race. There's a good battle for the win in both GTD and GTD Pro, which is, I guess, really all you can ask for. It hasn't been an amazing race for seeing a ton of great passes, though. Unfortunately. And there's been a couple of safety cars that have kind of removed a bunch of strategy potential, so just GTD cars, and GTD or GTP will be back at Road America. That's in 2 weeks' time. They'll be back. Along with LMP3s and everything. Yeah. Oh man, you're from Malaysia. So hard with the time difference. 2:28 a.m. over here. Man, oh man, yeah, that's rough. Well, I mean, like right now, you got 22 minutes left in the race, and I believe you should be fine to view with the link on IMSA TV right now if you're gonna stay up for another 20 minutes or so. I put out sort of a post-race recap of it, so that'll come out this coming week as well. That might be a little bit easier for you to follow along lots of the races, since these are going on in the middle of the night for you. But glad to have you in Malaysia. That is that would take some serious commitment for to stay up and watch the races. This will be my second year in a row at Road America. Yeah, Road America, man. I would love. I was close to pulling the trigger and going, but it wasn't gonna work out. Like, looking for accommodations and everything was was a big hurdle because I was looking so late. So, been enjoying the WEC except Le Mans. You feel like Toyota was robbed by BOP? Maybe an unpopular opinion. Yeah. If you are a Toyota fan, then and yeah, that could be. I could certainly see some people thinking that's an unpopular opinion. The incident between cars 78 and 32, so the Mercedes and the Lamborghini, was reviewed, and it was inconclusive. So, guess they didn't have a camera angle. It certainly seemed like the onboard from the 32 was that it got a big hit from behind. So, but we'll never know. I will say with Le Mans, at least the last couple of races, it has been nice to see Ferrari at least well, actually not even just Ferrari, but other cars taking the battle to Toyota a bit more. LMP2 going to be big since WEC won't have it anymore. Yes. We're already seeing we've already seen some LMP2 teams come over from the WEC, and we're going to see. It sounds like United Autosport is going to come over with a 2-car effort next year, and we're also seeing a number of current LMP3 teams that are making the jump up. The Riley Motorsports, the blue and orange LMP3, Gar Robinson. They're gonna make the jump up to LMP2. Who else is? Somebody else just announced it. Oh, who was it? Was it Junior 3? Or Sean Creech? Sean Creech, I think. I think it was Sean Creech announced that they're going to be going up to the LMP3 or LMP2 class with a Ligier, which is, wow, something other than the Orica. So get some rearranging of teams there. We already know another LMP3 team. A couple of LMP3 teams are opting to go to GTD. AWA, who has 2 cars in LMP3, they're going to run in GTD next year, and it seems like Andretti is going to move to the GTD class. So there's only really a couple that are left in there that there's a question mark. JDC has run an LMP3 this year. Seems like I would imagine that they're just going to focus on GTP, and then of course they do some of the support series as well, the Sports Car Challenge and Michelin Pilot Challenge, and then who else is there? I think Junior 3 hasn't announced anything yet. I think there's got to be another one in there that I'm missing, but man, there certainly is a lot of dirt that's been spat out onto the track on that final corner. Drive a Honda sedan, wish Acura would enter the WEC as Honda. Yeah, immediately support them. Yeah, it's it is unfortunate that Honda's not opting to go to the WEC and Le Mans with the Acura. At least right now they're not. It kind of seems like there's internal politics at Honda that are kind of preventing that, which is unfortunate, because at the end of the day, like, it's a competitive car. Why not take it? But I don't know. We'll see what we get from them. Like, Speaking of Le Mans, hope that the NASCAR returns. I have a feeling that was just a one-off thing. Um, although I, I I don't follow NASCAR, not definitely nowhere near as close as IMSA, but would be, you wonder if they might add some more race. Could they look at adding a European round or something like that to try and capitalize on the interest that was generated from Garage 56? That would be interesting. It would be interesting to see them do something like that. Is there an easy way to know which class a car is in? Headlights or something? Well, it used to be that all the GTD, the regular GTD cars had yellow headlights. But that is not the case anymore. I don't believe. I don't believe that is the case anymore. But what you can see is you can see the number plates that are on the side of the car. So the box that has there's like a green or a red box that's around the number, and you'll see if it's green, that means they're GTD. If it's red, then they're GTD Pro. You'll also see, I think the mirrors on the car also have to be reflective of the color of the class. So you'll see the mirrors that are green, those are GTD. Red mirrors are GTD Pro. And then you can also see on the rear wing, there's a green on the rear wing end plates. You see are either green or red as well. Some of them have sponsors slapped on them, but they are green or red. And that's to differentiate if they're a pro car or an or a GTD Pro or a GTD car. It also looks like just above the windshield, the windscreen, whatever you want to call it, there's some green there as well. I wouldn't say that's necessarily. No, I think the camera died. No, the camera hasn't died yet. No, camera died. Let's go for another quick battery change. Yay, and this one is full. This is the battery I was looking for the first time around. But yeah, so no super easy way to tell the difference in the classes necessarily. But the broadcast does a good job of indicating. But yeah, not necessarily the easiest if you're in person. I was at Le Mans and it was one of the loudest cars I've ever witnessed. I can believe it. NASCAR cars are not quiet, that is for sure. You feel that rumble. When I'm not too far away from Mosport or CTMP, and the Canadian NASCAR series goes there. They are loud. They are loud. NASCAR does have a European series as well. Yeah, they do have a European series. I think those are pretty similar to the cars that they run in Canada, but they might be slightly different. That was extremely helpful. I'm glad you enjoyed that. Yes, I will enjoy the last 12 minutes of the race. I still think that we're going to see the Pfaff Porsche take a stab at some point down the inside of Ben Barnicoat. They don't have anything to lose in the championship right now. Really, they don't. And if they finish behind the Lexus, it's not doing them any good. It looks like Marco Sorensen in the heart of racing, the 27 Aston Martin, has maybe found it a little bit, and he's certainly holding off the pressure from Julian Andlauer. I said to keep an eye on Lawrence Spinelli. I mean, he could be looking to get around Robbie Foley here and get up into fourth. Maybe a little bit questionable as for the getting to that point, because it did kind of look like he dumped the dumped the Mercedes of Michael Grenier, but IMSA didn't care. Well, not that they didn't care, but they thought otherwise, or it was actually they didn't think otherwise. They said it was inconclusive, so they couldn't make a ruling on it. Yes, it is a completely different rumble from the Garage 56 car. Okay, I've never had the Garage 56 in front of me and heard it in person, but speaking, I have been around various other generations of NASCAR stock cars, whether it be the Canadian series or I have been to a NASCAR race before, and it is a grumble, unlike any GT3 car in existence. Yeah, a question about do is are the LMDH cars, is the BOP not really giving them a fair crack? I think I think yes. I think that the BOP has been off for a considerable, well, the entire year pretty much. You have not seen an LMDH that has even sniffed an opportunity at victory there. To be fair, I mean, Toyota and Ferrari are kind of the only ones that have sniffed an opportunity at victory. I do think that there is some work to be done there. Whether there's politics involved in that or not, because does the WEC do they want to see, not hypercars are their baby, right? Do you want to see them behind the eight ball? You know, Probably not. But that's a whole can of worms that you could open if you want to go going down that path. I do hope that we see some more competitive LMDH outings, though, as the season goes on. And it's certainly, you need to acknowledge, I mentioned this earlier with some of the GTD cars, and, the Porsche struggled the first race of the season. They've had a couple of struggle races, and it's easy to point the finger at BOP, but, I mean, look at Aston Martin. Aston Martin has raced this car for, again, I don't know how many years. It's been a long time that they've raced this car, not only in IMSA, but in GT competition. They have a lot of notes. They have a very big understanding of what you can do to maximize the performance of that car. So, there's a good argument to be made that, the LMDH cars should naturally take a step forward as they learn more about the cars, how to set them up, how to maximize their pace in the coming seasons. But I do think that there is some BOP that could be adjusted there. Yeah, balance of performance. Yeah, so they can manipulate some of the weight in the car. It depends on the championship and the specific series that you're looking at and what they can manipulate. For instance, in IMSA, they have some of the cars have an aerodynamic component to them that they can adjust. Like, for instance, the Corvette has the rear wing can be in the BOP adjustment, but it's usually like air intake, so that influences how much power the engine is putting out. Fuel capacity and weight are generally the three major ones. Man, FAF is just, they're off-roading in that thing. That's at least the second time I've seen them do that. The NASCAR sounded quite similar to the Mustang. Yes. Yeah, that new Mustang is going to sound good. The new Corvette's going to sound good as well. I will say the Corvette in person sounds very, very good. Just afraid that LMDH teams will protest. I don't think they're going to pull out. I don't think they pull out. I think they keep with it. They've already invested so much money into this. And if they, yeah, I think the WEC is smarter than to let it get to that point. I certainly hope so. I don't think the golden era is going to end or this second golden era is going to end so quickly. I think if we haven't seen an LMDH take a win at this point next year in the WEC, whoa, that's a mistake for Barnacote. That was a mistake. Is he gonna take advantage? Can Bachler take advantage? I think if we're still talking about that at this point next year, then it could be in. That could be interesting. Yeah, there has been lots of dirt that's being brought out on track in this race. Oh, Faf is flashing the headlights. You know what they say, that gives you an extra horsepower. Is this the moment that we've been waiting for building up? We did see the Lexus potentially drop off on a bit of pace in the in an earlier part of the race when the tires were worn. Yeah, and Alex Ribras at least has some breathing room now. Yeah, Caddy has been good, just don't have the paces Toyota and Ferrari, yeah. That they have. I mean, all of the racing that we've seen has been great. The WEC has been great. We've seen some good racing there. We've also seen, of course, some amazing racing over here as well. In Imsa, I don't think you can point at maybe you could point at the GTP battle from CTMP and be like, okay, you know, there really wasn't much of a race. Like, there wasn't a great battle that took place in that one, I would say. Not like the other rounds that we've seen. But yeah, the racing with them has been great. Inter LMDH, like that inter when LMDHs are battling LMDHs, which in the WEC, I guess we only see Cadillac versus Porsche, but there has been some good battles there. Ooh. Marco Sorensen, could we have a GTD battle? Might not be locked up. You'll miss GTE and LMP2 next year. Yeah, GTE ending is disappointing, but understandable as well. There is going to be some great GT3 racing over in the WEC next year, though. Yeah. Yeah, there's got to be a curb that's beating up these fenders on the Porsche, because the 77 of Brynjolfsson, and the 92, they all have, like, it's all lifting. I wonder if it's the splitter. That's not attached to the splitter, though. Is it? Yeah. Oh my. Weird. And the 77 is doing it as well. You could see a crack, like not like a crack, but you could see a gap opening up. You have a toy Yoda. The jokes are coming out now that it's what, like 2:40 a.m. there. Is it already confirmed which GT3 cars we'll see in the WEC next year? No. I mean, it's safe to say that we'll see any manufacturer that has a GT that's racing in the hypercar class will be able to have their GT3 spec car on the grid if they have one. But it has not been announced or not been confirmed. Come on, I want to see a stab at the win here as we're going on to the final lap of the race. Final lap. Corvette might take a... They're pretty close to the back. No, they're not close enough. We're not going to see anything there. Not much passing went on in this race, that's for sure. Not much passing. Well, Heart of Racing. And the Lexus just extends the championship lead as well. By a little bit. I'm actually impressed at the pace that the Porsches showed in the back half of this race. I was a little bit surprised, yeah, that's not a bad result for the Porsches. Weaving in victory, yes. Wow. Good for Heart of Racing. Double victory. This comes after the double victory. I think, did Lexus do it at the 6 hours at the Glen? I think they might have. Oh yeah, and Ian James, one of I think he's the owner of Heart of Racing. It's his birthday today. Pretty darn good birthday present, I'd say. Well, double win for the Heart of Racing Aston Martin. I don't know. What did you guys think of the? You're welcome, Rob. What did you guys think of the race? It was, I don't know if I'm gonna be completely honest. You know, it left. Yeah, I've seen better. I've seen better. There's nowhere to pass, nowhere to be able to complete an overtake, which was unfortunate. Hamilton, Ontario, my neck of the woods. Well, I'm in Toronto, but thanks for tuning in, Matt. Thanks for tuning in. I think since I'm not going to be at Road America, I do believe that I will be doing this again for Road America, which is already know is going to be a banger of a race. So hopefully you'll be able to tune in for that. I enjoy doing the watch-alongs and watching the race with you guys. We'll do more of a recap this week. Put out a recap this week as well. Honestly, I don't know if there's gonna be a bit of a stretch to see to find out when that's gonna happen. But when is Road America? 2 weeks. 2 weeks from tomorrow. 2 weeks from tomorrow, I believe. Let me double check. I'm pretty sure it's in 2 weeks. It is August 3rd to 6th, which is indeed in 2 weeks. So you'll keep me posted from the track. Thank you. I will be jealous. I will be jealous. Should be a great show there. Should be a great show. I would love to see Road America be have that race extended a little bit, you know? An Endurance Cup round? Endurance Cup round? That'd be great. So yeah, that's in 2 weeks. I'll be back on doing that, but been a while since Aston Martin one. Yeah, I guess it has. They've done a lot. I guess the Rolex, the 27 one, the Rolex. Same, obviously the same car that won in GTD today. So, but all right, guys, that is. I think that's gonna wrap it up for me. I actually currently running in the virtual 24 hours of Spa. So I need to go and grab a bite to eat, and then I have a stint that's coming up in a couple hours, and so I need to get ready for that. But I appreciate everybody for dropping in and hanging out for during this race. Hopefully you guys all enjoyed it. If you weren't just hanging out to talk about the race, maybe you'll learn something as well. That's really what it's all about, is try and yeah. Oh, was that the Glen? Okay. I didn't realize that. I can't remember. I thought no, the Lexus had the double win at the Glen. I think it was the Rolex. That was the last one that Aston won. But regardless, it's not important. Not important. That'll wrap this up, guys. Again, big thank you for everybody showing up and tuning in. We'll be back. I'll do another one of these for Road America in a couple weeks. So hopefully you're going to be able to drop in, say hi, tune in for the whole thing maybe. Who knows during that. But I do appreciate all you guys hanging out and chatting for a little while. So I'll be some videos out in the meantime as well. Thank you for the good luck, Mohammed. And yeah, hopefully we'll see you in the chat again in a couple weeks. All right, guys. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we'll talk to you again soon.